Right. Okay. Okay. So just let us wait for 1 minute for everyone to join, and then we can start. Also, Ms. Avi, is the session being recorded?
Yes, doctor. It's automatic when I start the session. It records automatically.
Right. Great. 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 Thank you. Okay, let us start. Good evening, everyone. My name is Taimur, and we are here to attend a session related to writing high quality research articles with the use of AI. Sorry? Okay. Is there any question or query?
No, sir, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, okay, so we are here to discuss about how we can utilize artificial intelligence. Um, is the echo better now? I mean, is my voice clear now?
Yes, doctor.
Okay,
Yes.
so we are here to discuss about how we can utilize AI in writing high quality research articles, not limited to research articles, but we will discuss how AI can help us in writing, proposals, in writing, different academic and technical reports. Uh, but the main focus of the today's session is about writing research articles. So let us begin with the workshop. Basic outline of the today's workshop will be, first of all, we're going to see the significance of AI, particularly large language models, that can help us in overcoming some of the issues that we face while we do the technical and academic writing, especially the time it involves in writing such kind of reports and articles, and how AI can help us or assist us in overcoming such kind of issues. Then we are also going to talk about some of the dilemmas that are associated with AI. Now, when we talk about AI, there are many things which we think that can give us or can help us in overcoming some of the issues that we face. Most of the issues AI can help us in overcoming, but AI is not, something which is kind of a magic. So there are certain limitations associated with AI, and especially it requires human intervention when we deal with the usage of AI. So we're going to see some of the dilemmas that are associated with AI when we try to use AI as a assistive tool while doing the academic writing. And then we are going to talk about one of the key aspects when we try to use AI, that is related to the prompt engineering. Prompt is a way in which we communicate with the AI in order to use it to solve our task. And this is very important, the way we ask the question from the AI. So we're going to see some examples also, and also we are going to discuss how we can write an effective and a clear prompts in order to get the good answers from the AI. And then we're going to shift ourselves in towards writing research articles, which is the main aspect of today's workshop. We're going to see what kind of articles that we have when we talk about technical report writings or case studies, and what is the structure associated with those articles. Particularly, we will be discussing about two types of articles, but we will welcome some of the questions that are faced from the other types of articles also from the audience. And then we are going to have a live demo session in which I'm going to show you how we can effectively use AI and the tools built upon the AI in writing, for example, research articles. and then we're going to take our question answer sessions. So when we talk about AI, as many of you already know, it's not something new. The concepts of AI were there in 50s and 60s also, 1950s and 60s. But the major boom which we see today is, because of the advancements in the computational power. So the concept behind AI were there in the like 40 to 50 decades ago, but the realization of those concepts or the advancements in those concepts are seen today because of the advancements in the computational power that we have, through which we were able to train effectively the AI models that gives us the desired real world answers. And AI is transforming every field. We already know these things, that AI is there in, for example, in engineering, AI is there in business, AI is there in medical sciences, AI is, evolving every field. AI is evolving education also. And similarly, AI is also evolving academic research. So now the conventional way of writing the research papers, it's there. Still it's there, but it's not a very effective way in which we can utilize our time towards writing the research. Now, research has two main elements. One element is, for example, related to doing the actual research, from which you, first of all, do the literature survey, from which you actually formulate your methods, from which you do the experiments, from which you showcase through your results whether your hypothesis was true or false, so on and so forth. So basically, that workflow is there. But the major component in the research, that is writing. Writing or formulating your research on in the form of document. AI can really help us in that respective. Plus, AI can also help us in, for example, doing the experimentations. Like, for example, I'm going to give an example related, for example, in engineering, especially in, for example, computer engineering, electrical engineering, computer science. So mainly the experiment related to those involve coding. And here now AI can be very helpful in giving us the codes. So the researcher does not have to spend a lot of time in writing the code and debugging the code. Rather, the researcher can effectively use the AI tool in order to manage such kind of issues and bugs in the code, and he can just focus on getting the end results. So AI is pretty useful in solving such kind of scenarios. So AI is, somebody says that AI is going to take over everything from us. It's going to take over our jobs. It's going to take over, different workflows. That's not entirely true, because AI is just a tool like a calculator. So we have a calculator which can help us in solving large set of equations, or it can help us solving different mathematical summations, so on and so forth. So AI is similar kind of a tool. It helps us in overcoming the issues. It assists us in overcoming such kind of issues, while so that we can focus on the main results of our research, so on and so forth. Now, AI, when we talk about the utilization of AI, AI can help us in writing, for example, research articles. This is one of the very beneficial use of AI when we talk about utilization of AI in research, especially in academic and technical writing. AI can also help us in writing research proposals. This is one of the another benefit of AI as an assistive tool for us to help us in saving our time while writing the research proposals, technical reports, case studies, books, editorials, assignment, exam. So not only in research, you can use AI also in education also. So these are some of the key benefits of using AI that can help us save our time effectively and robustly and efficiently. Now, coming over to some of the dilemmas that we see when we talked about AI. Now,
Doctor,
yes.
sorry for cutting you. I just have one little question. Does this include medical research articles?
Yes, actually, we will take one example. I will take it from the medical, since that is my field. But we will also take some of the queries from other people's research areas also. So we will see how we can write medical articles, how we can use AI in developing the taxonomy and generating the content of the paper, citing reference, doing literature survey, so on and so forth. So we will see some of the practices, and then you can apply those in your field also.
Yeah, great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let us take the question at the end of the session. We will have a plenty of time in order to handle the questions. Let us go. Let me go with the flow first, so we don't miss anything. So as I discussed before, AI is not magic. I mean, it's just a tool. It's a handy tool that we can use in order to do our technical writing in an effective manner and in an efficient manner. I mean, so AI can help us reduce the work of months. So when we talk about conventional way of writing a research paper, it takes months. Even if you're a very fast writer, or even if you can dedicate some time in order to write the paper, it will take some months for you to write the paper. I mean, in the best scenario, it will at least take 1 month for you to write the paper. Now, AI can reduce such kind of work in hours. I mean, you can write 15 to 20 pages of your paper, of your sections in the paper, in just within the matter of minutes. And within an hour, you can generate a very good report or very good article which you can polish. Obviously, the content which has been generated by the AI is not 100% true. So we cannot believe whatever AI is telling us. We cannot believe that it is 100% true. We need to thoroughly check and validate whatever AI has generated for us, whether it's related to literature review, whether it's related to problem formulation, whether it's related to introduction. So we need to thoroughly check, and this is the major time we should spend on when we are using AI in writing the research articles. So, but I mean, with the proper use of AI, AI can significantly reduce the workload of, in our research by giving us very good results. That needs to be properly checked. Now, AI, the research paper writing with AI again is not an autonomous process. You cannot say, okay, right, this is the title of my research. Give me a research paper out of it. I mean, it's not going to work like that. So, I mean, obviously, AI is going to give you some result, but that would be very vague, very abstract, and it will not be a very, accurate representation of your research. So it requires refinement, and the refinement process is iterative. You need to do it again and again and again until you get a very good article out of the, with the use of AI. So it's not an autonomous process, it's a semi-automated process in which you can use AI to generate content for you. You can use AI to generate literature review for you. You can use AI to formulate a problem for you, but still it's a semi-automated process. You need to supervise the AI. You need to use the AI in a very effective manner so that, I mean, you get the useful result at the end. And then again, we need to, for example, whatever the content we generate from the AI, it needs to be thoroughly rephrased, thoroughly checked, thoroughly edited by us. Now, this part we need to do. I mean, this is, for example, there are two main reasons for doing this. First reason is that whatever text that AI is giving you, it's not generating on its own. It's actually trained in a way that it respects the information that is available on the internet, and the information that is present, even if it is correct, it is from any other article which has been published. Now it will take it as it is. Now this is our responsibility to make sure that the information which AI is giving us is correct. I mean, if it is not correct, we need to correct it, and then we need to edit it. Even if it is correct, we need to edit it, we need to rephrase it, we need to write it in our own words. And so this is again our own responsibility. Again, there are many tools that can help us in rephrasing and editing and polishing the content which is generated by the AI. But I mean, this is again our own responsibility. And the last thing is, I mean, AI is as good as you ask AI. So there is a one fundamental concept related to AI is that AI is garbage in, garbage out. That concept is related to training the AI. But apart from training the AI, so I mean, if you train it AI in a good manner, it's going to give you good results. But again, if it is trained in a good way, you need to know what kind of question you need to ask AI in order to get the very good results. So the prompt is a way in which we communicate with the AI, with the generative AI tools, with the LLMs like ChatGPT. But we should know how to actually ask the question from the AI. So this again requires a prompt engineering workflow. This is a complete field in which we see how we generate the good prompts in order to get good results from the AI. So again, prompt engineering is a process of designing and refining the inputs based upon our need, and we pass those prompts to the AI models, specifically generative AI model like ChatGPT, Copilot, etc. The main structure of the prompt is that prompt should have a clear instructions of what you want from AI. So you need to clearly instruct AI in order to give you the correct result. And you need to provide a background information about your query also in your prompt. Prompt is a message, it's a question, it's a question prompt that we ask from the AI, and then AI gives us the result. So we need to give the context behind our prompt. We need to give clear instruction, what the purpose, what is the instruction for the AI to do, and we need to provide it in a proper format. For example, let us ask, for example, for this given task, I mean, we just upload a PDF on ChatGPT and we ask the ChatGPT to generate us the summary of that article, that PDF article. Now, one of the way in which we can ask AI to summarize the article is we just write the prompt like summarize this article. So this is a very basic prompt. I mean, AI is going to give you the result. It's going to summarize the article for you also. But it might not give you the useful information that you require from the article. The other way to ask the AI to generate the summary of the article is to write, for example, please summarize the key finding of this article, focusing on the main argument and conclusion in 3 to 4 sentences. Now, this is a very clear example of asking AI what to do. And here we are asking, like, okay, give me the answer in 3-4 sentences, include the arguments and conclusion, include the key finding of the article, summarize it, and then this will give us a very better result as compared to just asking AI to summarize the article. Now, when we ask AI to summarize the article, it's going to summarize, but maybe it will not include all of the details. Maybe it will not follow the format that we want, the length we want, or maybe it will not include the main argument and conclusion of the article. So prompt engineering is very important when we want to use AI in our research. Now, talking about research articles, there are many types of research articles. The most fundamental ones are technical research articles and survey articles. Now, technical articles are the original articles that we write in which we perform the experiments, and then we write our results, we write our findings, we relate it with the related works, we try to improve some of the gaps which are there in the related works, so on and so forth. And in the typical technical articles, we have these sections. I mean, they are in the one form or another, but typically these are the sections that we have in the technical article. For example, we have abstract, introduction, related works, proposed method, experimental setup, result, discussion, and conclusion. Now, in writing the technical articles, AI can help us in doing the experiments, and AI can help us in writing the paper also. But the method which we need to formulate should be our own. I mean, we can get ideas from AI, what kind of a method we can have. But I mean, this thing essentially need to come up from you. And the experimental setup, for example, what kind of experiment environment did you use? What kind of data set have you used, or which data set you want to use? What kind of matrices or experimental setting that you want to include in your research? These things will come from you. I mean, AI can give you hints on this, but I mean, essentially you need to choose and you need to write on these articles. So the section in green color are something which requires more of intervention from us humans. While the sections written in black color, these can be generated from AI and which we can refine it later on. In the survey article, which is about, I mean, formulating the recent research in your field, if you want to write survey articles, these are the fundamental sections that we write. For example, we write abstract, we write introduction, we write background, we write classification of existing methods, we group the existing methods into classes, into groups. Then we highlight the area of focus of our paper. We write evaluation analysis, applications, emerging trends of the related topic, future direction, conclusions, so on and so forth. Now, these sections we can generate and formalize with the use of AI, I mean, AI can help us in writing the content for these sections, which we can evaluate and edit and rephrase later on. So this is typically the two workflows. Then we also have case studies, which we can see later on. AI can also help us in writing case studies also, in doing the analysis also, in summarizing the case studies, so on and so forth. But the green section in the technical writing, this involves our intervention. I mean, this involves major portion from us in developing this kind of sections, so on and so forth. Then now we consider ourselves, or we will take example of survey article, because this is the article that requires a lot of writing, and it involves a lot of literature survey to formulate the studies, finding the gap between the existing studies, comparing existing studies, trying to find advantages and disadvantages in each studies, finding limitation of each study, so on and so forth. So this type of articles require thorough use of AI. I mean, and they can assist us in really formulating an article in a very short span of time. And when we talked about writing a survey articles with the AI, the steps that are involved are, for example, first of all, we can use AI to generate the taxonomy. Taxonomy is the complete outline of our paper. So we can just, first of all, decide about the article title, and then we can ask AI to give us the taxonomy of the whole article. And then we can populate each of the section in the taxonomy later on with the use of AI again, which we can again refine and edit. Then we can use AI for formulating our problem. We can use AI to do the literature survey for us, summarize the literature, write the gaps of the literature, write the major strengths of the existing literature, their limitations, so on and so forth. Then AI can use for content generation in each section. We can use AI to rephrase the text which is generated. We can use AI to edit the text. We can use AI to prolong the text or shorten the text, so on and so forth. And then the other major thing that is there in the AI is development of figures and tables. So apart from the text in the article also contains figures and tables. Now, AI can be used to generate figures also. I mean, there are many models, AI models, which can generate figures for us. Even ChatGPT has this features. But again, this requires us our intervention again, major intervention from us. Again, and the table, again, ChatGPT and other AI tools can generate tables for us. But then again, the major intervention will come from us. So these steps we can rely on AI to give us the content, and then we can improve it. But the figures and tables again requires our intervention in a thorough manner. So I mean, we need to really look into these things in order to get the good results. And the tools which I use, there are many tools actually which you can use. There are many AI tools which you can use in writing the research article, but the one which I use is again ChatGPT, SciSpace. SciSpace is a recent tool which is very good. It is primarily designed to write research articles with the use of AI. We have Quillbot for rephrasing, Grammarly for rephrasing, for checking grammar mistakes, so on and so forth. So these are the essential tools which I use. There are many others also which you can find on the internet. But I believe these are the very good tools in which we can write, through which we can write a very high quality research article. So let us jump into writing an article. The example which we are going to do today is to write an article about application of optical coherence tomography images for screening retinal diseases. This is one of my areas, and we are going to write a survey paper on this. We're going to exploit different applications of AI, different applications of optical coherence tomography images for screening retinal diseases. Retinal is the innermost layer of the eye, and the diseases that affects the retina majorly causes blindness, and blindness again is a very very critical disability that I mean disables the persons to view or perceive things in the real world. So we're going to take this title and we are going to write our survey articles on it. First of all, we will follow these steps. First of all, we will generate the taxonomy. Then we will do the problem formulation. We will get the background about the significance of OCT imaging for screening retinal diseases. Then we will do a literature survey, so on and so forth. So any questions up till now? So for example, the first task is to take this title, and again, you can use any AI tool. I'm going to use ChatGPT. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me the taxonomy related to the survey. Now it is going to give us the taxonomy. While it is generating the taxonomy, we can open SciSpace. SciSpace again is a tool that allows us to, write articles in a very easy manner. Now here there are, if you open SciSpace, you're going to log in, and then you can take a paid version of the SciSpace, which I recommend. But if you don't want to purchase a full version of SciSpace, you can use the free version. It's also very good. There are some limitation in the free version, but still it is very good to write a very good research paper. So if we come over to the dashboard, we will see that this is a library in which we can add our files, our papers. Normally, it writes the paper on a Word document kind of a file. You can export it in a doc file. I mean, doc file is the Word file. You can also use, if you use Overleaf, you can also copy the content from here and put it on the Overleaf, so on and so forth. Then you can use, there is a Copilot built in the SciSpace, which you can use if you have some queries. You can ask from the queries directly, you can ask from the Copilot, or if there are some queries in the paper, you can upload the paper in your library again, and then you can ask the Copilot to summarize the article, explain some concept which is there in the article, so on and so forth. The other very useful thing of the SciSpace is doing the literature review. So you can use SciSpace, you can ask the query, and then you can get a lot of paper related to that. And then for each paper, the SciSpace can summarize those papers for you, find out their major advantages, the major their key findings. It can highlight their limitations. It can also formulate research gaps, so on and so forth, which you can put in a document. And if you want to use a document of the SciSpace, for example, if you want to formulate your paper in the SciSpace, you can use AI Writer. So if you click on AI Writer, it's going to open this document in which you can start writing. Yeah, and you can put here the section title, and then it's going to generate the text automatically for you. So we're going to use all of these tools one by one in order to see how we can generate the articles. Now, this is the taxonomy which is generated by the AI for my article title, application of OCT imaging for screening retinal diseases. We can copy this. We can copy this sections. We can put it in my notebook here, and then here, if I click it, I will now this SciSpace will automatically suggest me some of the text which we can put in the each sections. So for example, here, if we say, okay, let me generate it from here. Okay, we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it here. Now, okay, so this is the main one-pager summary of the introduction to OCT for screening retinal diseases. These are the paragraph which has been generated by ChatGPT. If you paste it here in the document, The AI writer in the size space can also extend it, prolong it. So for example, it can predict the more, it can extend it further. It can give you more description, more sentences in order to polish this. Then again, you can select this and you can select the AI writer. Now AI writer can improve its fluency. It can paraphrase it. It can simplify it. It can prolong it. So for example, if you want to extend this further, you can use this and it can generate the text automatically for you. Again, this requires thorough review and validation. So we cannot trust whatever it is generated by the AI. So you see, now this can prolong this text. Again, for example, if you want to cite a reference, for example, for this first sentence, I want to cite a reference. I can click on cite. It's going to give me some of the paper that talks about this sentence. Now these are the actual papers. Now based upon the year, let's suppose the year it is published, you can choose. For example, this study was published about OCT imaging. It's a review paper published by Nabila and others. They have published it in 2020. So this is one of the recent paper. So we can, for example, cite this. We can click on it and it will be cited. So here it is cited. We can correct the formatting like this. Now, if you see here, if you go down, this reference is already added here. By the way, okay. So this, and then again, if you click on it, you can edit the citation. For example, you can write it in the book chapter form of book chapter. You can write it in the journal articles. You can write it as a web page, patent, report, thesis, whatever. You can edit it accordingly. So this is how you generate the, for example, if you have some paragraphs, if you want to get their citations, you can get it like this from this tool easily. Let's suppose we talk this. Yeah. And then again, for example, if you want to do the related work section, if you want to write a literature survey, what you can do is you can open a new link. In the new link, you can ask it about, for example, I can ask, give me a research paper highlighting the clinical significance of screening retinal diseases using OCT scan. I can ask this question to the SciSpace and it's going to give me relevant papers here in the tabular form. You can export this tabular form in a CSV file, in an Excel file, in a BibTeX, so on and so forth. And this is again a paragraph related to it. So for example, I can take this, I can put it in my document. For example, if I want to write a clinical significance, if I want to write this section. I can put this. And then again, we have the references of it accordingly, so on and so forth. And then again, this is just a brief summary. And then each paper related to my query is displayed here in a tabular manner. Now you can add more columns to here also. For example, I can remove this columns. I can just put literature survey, summary, abstract, method use. If I want to remove, I can remove. I can put conclusion, for example, column here. I can put research gap here. So it's going to give me the research gaps and conclusion and all of the queries which I asked to the SciSpace. It will give me for each relevant paper in a tabular manner. Now again, for this paper, let's suppose I want to filter the papers. I want only the literature which have PDFs. Okay, I can check this checkbox. If I want open access, you can check this box. If you want only top tier papers, for example, only give me the paper which are published in the top tier journals, you can also select them. And then it's going to give you. And then you can add, you can filter based upon the year of publication. For example, you want papers only that are published in last 3 years. So you can apply this filter also. And it's going to give you, the result based upon your filters. Now it's giving me the first filter here. This is the retina fundus photograph based AI algorithms in medicine. Now this is fundo photograph. I'm not interested in this. I'm more interested in OCT, optical coherence tomography images, for example. Automated region of interest selection improves deep learning based segmentation. Now this paper is more relevant to me. Now it has summarized this information for me here. For example, automated segmentation of HRF in retinal OCT scans proposed. They propose this. so on and so forth. This is a summary of their method, conclusion, so on and so forth. If I want more detail, I can chat this paper. I can open this paper here. This is the paper it has found. Now I can also chat from this paper. I can click here. Now it will open the paper here. I can chat it. Let's suppose this is my paper. If I want, let's suppose if I don't understand what is written here or what it is he's saying, I can ask the ChatGPT to summarize this, explain this sections for me, and it's going to do that. Again, the AI used here is Copilot. I mean, Copilot is being used here in order to give us the prompt. So it's going to give us. So for example, it is giving me that, okay, this paragraph means involves hyperreflective foci. What is hyperreflective foci? Is explaining this to me here, so on and so forth. So again, it's going also propose some of the useful queries which we can ask from Copilot in order to understand this paper better. For example, what diseases are linked to HRF? Now, this is a question which we should ask, or which we can ask, and which is important related to this study. We can ask it from the Copilot, and it's going to give us. Or again, we say that, okay, summarize this paper in 1 or 2 paragraphs, highlighting its main findings, limitations, and future directions, let's suppose. Now, this, for example, he has highlighted this thing. So we can take this text, we can put it in our paper. Where is it? It was, how do you remove this? Yeah, so we can write it here. For example, instead of writing this paper, after writing the paper, we can write the author names, for example, Goel et al. We can write here Goel, and we can put our reference here, for example, and then we can write this section. Now, this is how we can formulate the literature review and related work sections easily. Now, then again here, the question is, can I use this thoroughly? No, I cannot use this thoroughly. I need to verify. So I have this paper, I have downloaded this paper. I can read this paper, I can read the abstract, I can read the conclusion sections here. I can read the main methodology which they propose, their results also, and then I correlate these findings with whatever the AI has generated. If it is correct, if we find out that this information is correct through manual screening, this is very important, then we can actually highlight it, and we say that, okay, the information which is presented here is correct. We can rephrase it. We can rephrase it using the AI writer. For example, we can rephrase it in academic, in friendly, in casual, whatever. So we can rephrase it. So it's giving me this information. And then if we see this is correct, for example, Goel introduce a innovative methodology. We can say that it's introduced a novel method for the automated extraction of hyperactive foci within the OCT imaging through by using deep learning models. Now again, this information you need to do it thoroughly. This is this process is the only process that takes a time from us. Other than that, the content which is generated is autonomous. We can get as much content as we want. We can get the papers, citations. We don't have to actually go and look for the survey on the internet. This tool can help us. It can give us the paper which we require, and we just need to summarize it, then check whether the content created by the Copilot is correct or not, and then we rephrase it. Rephrase, you can use tool, but then again, you need to there will be some plagiarism involved in it. And to maintain the ethical standard, you need to manually screen it, you need to manually rephrase it. Again, if you face some issues in doing the rephrasing yourself, there are certain services available which each journal provides to screen your paper. Again, grammatical mistakes, again, punctuation mistakes you can use. But I recommend to do it manually because it will help you in boosting your knowledge in that field. And it will also help you in, writing more papers on the similar field. Because once you go through this activity, once everything will be, you will be up to date in that field, and then you can refine it accordingly as per your need. So this is the main thing that we generate. Then again, if you want to generate tables, you can generate tables from AI tools also. For example, I can ask highlighting the advantages tomography images compared to fundus photograph angiography and ultrasound imagery. So you can get these kind of tables from ChatGPTs also. But then again, you need to correlate. You can put them in the overleaf. You can ask ChatGPT to give you overleaf code for this. So you can put it in overleaf. You can put it in the Word file also, so on and so forth. So this guy is going to give you a lot of information regarding this. So, previously we used to do these kind of activities on our own, and it used to take months for us to formulate such kind of tables and such kind of studies. Now this is being done instantaneously. So this is the main advantage of using AI. Then again, we need to again thoroughly check this, and then we need to come up with the we need to be sure that whatever the content is generated by AI is correct 100%. It's your own. It's not copied from somewhere else, and so on and so forth. Now, at the end of the day, for example, I spent 1 hour in writing on the same topic. I spent 1 hour in which I developed this paper. It's a 15-page paper. Where is the title? Let me take and put a title over here also. To formulate this survey paper. Now, with just a little bit of tweaking, just a little bit of my time, I can really make it I can really make it in a format which we can submit in any journal. So you see, this is a paper in which we have all of the things that we highlighted. And I just spent 1 hour on it in order to generate this content, these references, so on and so forth. So thank you very much. This is pretty much it about the content and the workshop. Please let me know if you have any questions, and then we can take it from here. Thank you. Yes, very good. Mr. Muhammad, actually, as per my exploration, SciSpace give you not the fake references, it gives you the references from its database, from the PDF which have been uploaded on its database. Also, if it gives you any citation from an external resource, which is available on the internet, it gives you the link and DOI for that. So it really helps in avoiding the fake references, because if you ask ChatGPT is also going to give you the references. But the problem with the ChatGPT is that it gives you fake references. So, but SciSpace doesn't give you fake references as far as I have used it. So you can, for example, if you see here, now I have where is my table? Now this is my table, for example. Now in this table, I can click on the paper and it is going to give me the paper. For example, this is the paper. It's going to show me the paper also. This is the paper from Scientific Reports. It's available. So this is a published paper. So as per my usage, I didn't find any fake references in it. Yeah. The session is being recorded. Yes. Okay. Yes, Ms. Sirin, you have any questions? Yeah, plagiarism. Yes, obviously it's going to give you plagiarism because this content is being generated by AI, so there will be AI plagiarism. Then again, you need to, this is the only activity which we need to do. We need to rephrase the text which is generated by the AI. We can use a online tool for it. SciSpace also has the features to prevent the to rephrase the text. For example, sorry, actually there are many tabs open. Let's suppose this is the paragraph. I can click on AI writer here. I can rephrase it. I can rephrase it in a friendly manner, casual, academic, in any tone. I can rephrase it. But then again, this rephrasing, since it is done by the AI, there will be plagiarism. Again, you need to first of all thoroughly review whatever is being generated by the AI. You need to write it in your own word, but that will be very easy process. Instead of writing the content on its own, rephrasing is a very easy process which we can do. Yeah, but again, this is, as I told you, this is not a 100% autonomous method. There are some human intervention involved in writing the good article, and we need to follow the ethical practices, and we need to remove. We don't want the article with the high level of plagiarism. We need to remove such kind of issues within the article before we send it to any journal. Yeah.
But Doctor, sometimes
Yes.
there are application websites that
Sorry.
there are some websites that like it clears that this text was rephrased by an AI, such
Yes.
as Zero GPT and stuff.
Yes.
So even if we paraphrase it, it's still like detected by AI. So I think there is now a new tool such as humanizers, I guess.
Yes, yes.
So
Thank you very much, actually, Dr. Iman. I haven't have any idea about that tool, but yes, if it can help us in overcoming such kind of issue, that's wonderful. I mean, again, this field is evolving rapidly. The many tools are coming day by day. So yes, we can use such kind of a tool also, which can really help us in overcoming this issue. Thank you.
and I have one more question, please.
Yes.
Does journals nowadays forbidden the use of AI?
No, actually, as far as I know from my field, they don't prohibit the use of AI. They just say that use it sensibly. I mean, don't copy and paste. I mean, they say that okay, you can generate the content, but it has to be verified by you. It has to be authenticated by you, being an author, and then at the end, you need to acknowledge the use of AI. So you can say that, okay, this paper has been generated with the use of AI, but the content and results and facts and everything has been thoroughly validated and verified by each of the authors of the paper. You can write such kind of statement, and this is acceptable. For example, in Elsevier, it is acceptable. In IEEE, it is acceptable. In Springer, I mean, these are the venues in which I try to publish, so I know for them this is acceptable.
Yeah, great, Doctor. By the way, can we have the recording of the session?
Yes, Miss Ivy can share the recording. So this session is recorded, and she can share the recording later on.
Thank you so much, Doctor,
Thank
for
you.
this fruitful lecture.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So,
Thank you so much,
Dr. Taimur, I would like to ask
for your
some questions, if it's okay.
Yes, please, Mr. Mustafa.
Yeah, so I'll have actually 3 questions. The first question is all about the SciSpace. So you shared to me that there is this kind of literature review. You can use any literature review, and they will give you a PDF linked on it. I would like to know if it's only for open access papers or
No. Actually, it has a filter that you can choose open access paper only. If you uncheck this, it will give you other papers also, but it will only give you the paper which are there in its database. So if there is some paper which is
only
not in
for
this database, yes, you need to add. You can go into my library. You can add your papers on. For example, upload PDFs. You can upload your PDFs here, and then it will be added into your library. You can generate summary from them, and you can do all the analysis which you can do over the literature survey page. You can do it over here also. Yeah.
I see. So the second question is about the Copilot or the chat with paper features. So if I'm not mistaken, this is all the analysis is done only from the paper. So it should be 100% accuracy, right? Like because the AI will not give you any speculation outside the paper itself. So will it give
Yes.
you 100% information regarding of that?
Exactly. So you need to do, for example, there are multiple papers. Again, you need to do it from each of the every paper. For example, if we talk about in a paper, research paper, we say that author this has proposed this method. It has this advantages, this limitations. Then we say, okay, this author has proposed this work in this direction, which has this advantages, and their methodology is this, and their limitation are these. So again, we need to do this kind of analysis. So we need to go through each paper. Now, the content itself will be, AI will help you in writing this kind of content, initial draft. But again, you need to verify that you can generate it from multiple papers. For example, this is the table. I mean, this is not one paper. There are multiple people. You need to extract information from each of the paper. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that if I chat with the chat with paper, for example, and then I ask some kind of question, will it give me 100% accuracy of the answer itself, or is it still like it's guessing?
So it's again, in AI, nothing is 100% correct. So it will be something which you need to validate by yourself. So once you write the content, you need to validate it again. For example, I wrote this content here. So I will go to these links. For example, this paper. I will go to this paper. I will see whether this information is written in this paper or not. If it is not written, I will remove it. If it is written, I will go through it. And then again, I can find related studies to it also. So this is the step you need to do. I mean, this analysis, this verification, you need to do it manually. Yeah.
All right. The last question, sorry. So I would like to know generally how relevant this practice of using AI in top ranked university, if you ever know about this. So
Actually, I use this in order to generate the content, and I have been again. This has the papers which I generate. I thoroughly validate it. I spend time on it, on verifying each and every aspect of it, and then actually I published it in top ranked journals also. So this is from my own experience. These are very handy tools that can help you in giving you the first draft, which you can refine, which you can polish, which you can authenticate and verify and validate, and then you can submit it in any journal. Yeah.
yeah. So sorry, the question is like, is the top ranked university also kind of use this kind of practice of using AI in making a paper or no? Like this is the question.
Again,
I'd like
this
to
is
know.
the
Or if
thing.
you
Okay,
even know.
let me open the one of the. I will not say in terms of university. I'm going to say in terms of venue. This is a venue which is related to CVP. I mean, related to computer vision, and here they in the author instruction they permit the use of AI in. I mean, writing the papers. Then again, they said that you need to thoroughly validate it on the author's guideline. If you go here, use of LLMs here. So authors may use any tool that they find productive in preparing the paper, but must be aware that they are responsible for any misrepresentation, factual inaccuracy, or plagiarism. So this is the responsibility. This is our own responsibility to make sure that our paper does not suffer from these kind of issues. But they permit the use of AI in preparing the paper and using the LLM. LLM means large language model, this ChatGPT, for example. So, and this is the top venue of computer vision field. So if they are allowing it, I mean, people from MIT, from Google, from Meta, they are submitting papers over here. So these things are not, I mean, this is again a tool that you can use. For example, calculator is a tool. Does anybody prohibit you, that anybody stop you from using calculator in doing the computations? No, you can use it. But this is an assistive tool. You should not use it in a negative manner. You should use it in a positive manner. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Taimur, for your time.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Can we have the recording? Because I didn't, I just saw this link on Facebook and I joined from there. So I don't know where I will get the recording.
Thank you. Actually, Miss Ivy will be sharing the recording. Miss Ivy, if you can send me the link, and if you can kindly message me on Facebook, I'm going to give you the link to the recording, which you can see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. It was a very nice session.
Thank you. Again, the question, Chat, if you have ChatGPT Plus, should we not buy SciSpace? Again, I am using free version of SciSpace till now. I'm still exploring. Before I buy, I will completely explore it, then I will buy. But till now, it's a very handy tool to write the papers, and you can use most of these features free of cost. So you don't need to purchase the SciSpace paid version. You can use still free version. I mean, it's good also. But again, purchasing it, the premium version will give you more features that will also help you in future. But if you don't want to, it's not compulsion that you purchase the paid version. Can say it's a
I have
summary.
a question.
Yes.
I try
Hello,
to
sir.
write it as well. The question is that sometime when nowadays we search with the tools, especially with the Microsoft Copilot, it gives
Yeah.
valid references. But the
Yes.
problem is, if you go to the paper, it's not the
Yeah.
main topic of the paper. Like if I want to cite a sentence, like I want to cite about some disease or something,
Yes.
I want to cite from if a paper, the main topic of the paper is that thing that I want to cite, right? But if I go to paper, there is some text from some part of the paper.
Right.
It might be cited in that paper, or it might be from the author itself. So
Yeah.
in that way, it's not a strong reference.
Yeah.
Through these tools, can we limit the search to only, a
Yes.
search from at least abstracts only?
Yes. So I mean, it then again, the since it matches the content based upon your query. So your query should be very good. It should clearly instruct the papers that that is more related to your study. You need to use specific keywords and specific terminology in your prompt also to get relevant results. Again, and then again, for example, once you query, you see these papers. Now in these papers, you can read the title, and you can from the title you can understand whether it's related to your study or not. If it is not, you can skip it. If it is related, you can further explore it. You can summarize it. You can get an explanation about any paragraph, any section from the Copilot. So yes, again, it works
More
based on
about
searches,
that.
but you can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Then
Sir, I have a
yes.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, is there any limitation on the number of pages or words we can generate using SciSpace per day? So unlike other softwares what we use.
Yeah, actually, I think there is some limitations, but it's not very small. I mean, you can use it to generate. For example, I generated for example, today 15 pages. I mean, 15-page content. So I think it's
Okay.
pretty enough, yeah, to use it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Very
Thank you.
informative session, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the time for attending this workshop. If you have any questions, I'm going to type my email address. You can ask me on this. If you are on my LinkedIn or Facebook, you can ask me any question at any time over there also. Thank you so much for attending this session, and thank you so much. Hopefully, it would have been an informative session for everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.